This location can be found in the Gem Trails of New Mexico guidebook on page 207. And you get to the location from Roswell by taking 70 east. And after you cross over the Pecos River, which is the Bob Crosby Bridge, it is 2.4 miles to the Bob Crosby Draw and another 0.8 of a mile. You're going to be turning north on Ranch Road. There's a big brick school building right there. That's your marker to turn off. The location where these crystals featured in this video were found is in this down the second dirt road off to the left, half a mile down this road. The geology changes, and there's an outcrop of the Seven Rivers Formation that runs parallel to the river. That's the Pecos River. And this geology runs parallel here, and there's a change in slope. It's flat, and then it goes down a slight hill, and the geology changes. That's where the crystals are. The Seven Rivers Formation outcrops on both sides of the Pecos River. Some of it bears the diamonds and some of it does not. And basically the geology that contains the diamonds goes all the way down to Artesia. And so there's different collecting areas, but this video focuses on this area here. We're out here near Pecos, near the Pecos River, a little northeast of Roswell, and we are here collecting Pecos diamonds, which are little double terminated quartz points. And they're abundant, but you have to know where to look. It's a narrow band of a geologic outcrop called the Seven Rivers Formation. And if you don't know what to look for, then it can be very frustrating coming out here. So we're in a little area east of the Pecos River, and we're on this road that runs parallel to I-70. And we are headed on the road towards the river. And you'll be driving along, and there's these little mounds, soil mounds everywhere. And what you want to look for is where the geology changes. Right here in the road you can see there's white. That's the top of the anhydrite in the Seven Rivers Formation where the diamonds come out of. So this is what you want to look for when you come out here. And you just want to park, look along the road cuts, look in the push piles along the roads, and in a narrow band going north and south from the gypsum or the anhydrite, and you should be able to find some diamonds. So I'm just getting diamonds straight out of the road here. Here's a little one. That's what they look like. They can be anywhere. They can be white, gray, peach colored, dark orange. Here's a cluster. Another cluster. And they're just coming straight out of the road here. So I'm just rockhounding along, picking little clusters and single crystals out of the soil. Sometimes the clusters are big and orange and they're covered with lots of little tiny crystal points. And then other times you're just looking at a single crystal or crystal fragment, and they're all considered Pecos diamonds. Here's another one right here. Seems like a pretty good one. So when that anhydrite is decorative and pretty and carvable, they call it alabaster. And here's some right here. It's a really pretty swirly pink and white rock. Anhydrite is just dehydrated gypsum, and it's very hard. So I'm a little way off of the road here, and the ground here is kind of paved with the diamonds and the diamond fragments and the little clusters. So we're definitely in the right zone. Again, you'll see the white outcropping, the white compared to the brown, and the white is where you want to be hunting. So here you see a little bit of the white, and then in between dirt and this orangish dirt, you find the crystals. So I don't know what the exact relationship is between the crystals and the white rock, but if you see the white rock, it's your indicator to get out and do some searching around to see if you can find any diamonds. The crystals can blend in really well with this sandy soil, so it'd be a little bit hard to spot them, but just look for something a little sparkly peeking out of the dirt, and if you're in luck, you'll get yourself a crystal. There's a nice little cluster. This area seems to have an abundance of them, some quite small. There's a white one. There's a great little cluster of them. Look at all those. There's just so many out here once you find the right spot. I'm just a little bit north of the road, and it's this sandy kind of orangish color rock, and they're just sitting right on top. The little gravel beds between these little mounds are good places to look. Seems like there's always a kind of a concentration of them. A lot of these little fragments are pieces and bits of crystals, little clusters, and some singles. But this whole area, all the gravel is filled with these little Pecos diamonds. So that's another tactic, is to look for the gravelly beds, like right there between these little mounds, like that. Here's some of the Pecos diamond quartz crystals that we found yesterday out in the Pecos River area near Roswell. And I just wanted to show some of the different colors that you can find in these diamonds, and also the different morphologies or shapes and sizes that you can find. So these here are single crystals. None of them is really too big, but you can see that they range from kind of opaque, a little bit translucent, peach orange colors. And then here's some of the little clusters. And these are neat because often the cluster starts with a large central crystal, like this. And then all the other little crystals grow off of that main one. So that's kind of just an interesting feature on these clusters, where the little crystals growing off the big ones look like little parasitic crystals. Little points growing off the main one. There's some interesting clusters. And then interesting shapes. These ones are a little bit more diamond shaped compared to the typical elongated shape that you see here. Particularly like this dark red color. That seems to be more rare. And there's some interesting twins where the crystals are actually intergrown. And the clusters, which are often red and sometimes this peach color. So that's just a sampling of some of the crystals that were found. And hopefully if you go out there, you will find some too. All in all, we were in the area collecting these for about an hour, I would say. And this is kind of the haul we got, leaving lots for other people. This is a few more items of things that can be found in the area where the Pecos diamonds are. A lot of the formations, the geologic formations and rocks out there contain gypsum. And this is just a large flat piece that I found in an arroyo. A lot of times the gypsum looks like this, kind of reddish. You'll see a lot of this type of gypsum around where the crystals are. I just got one piece as an example. Here's a nice clear piece. And then another unique item that can be found, not in the immediate vicinity where these crystals are found, but in the Bosque Draw area, are these nodules of pyrite. So it's super fine grained, dense pyrite nodule with little cubes on the surface. And I'll do another video sometime about rockhounding this material and where to find it. Some of the pyrite has been altered or changed into a oxidized form of iron. So that's why it's that dark color. It's more like hematite replacement of the pyrite. But these are very dense, solid nodules and very cool and fun to find. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. And remember to be safe and have fun if you go out there rockhounding. Thanks.